Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. Pax and I just got a package and it's perfect timing because now I can show you my top 5 drawing supplies. So all month we've been drawing with charcoal in a sketchbook, and you might have noticed that not only for the past month, but for the last few years, I've been pretty consistently using the same supplies. I have to admit, when I find something I like, I do tend to stick with it a while, especially when I'm trying to work out things like drawing style and composition. Sticking with a consistent media just takes that extra variable off the table so you can really isolate what you're trying to develop. So for my charcoal drawing practice, there are 5 tools that I really feel are critical, starting with the paper. I'm using Strathmore paper, which I really love both for the quality and the price. I always prefer toned paper over white paper, and I specifically prefer the tan tone because of the warmth it brings to the cool tones of the charcoal. And the flecks in this paper really add a bit of a rustic touch that I kind of love. I also really like the tooth or the texture of the paper, which is smooth enough for subtle blending, but rough enough to really hold on to a heavy application of charcoal. And speaking of charcoal, let's take a look at the charcoal pencils. Now, I buy 2 kinds, white and black. And I buy 2 different brands. The white pencils I prefer is the General's brand. I buy them in a pretty large pack. They're bright, they're just soft enough to blend, and they're really a good buy. The black charcoal, I'm a little less picky about the brand, although I do tend to go for the Montmartre. I really like that it comes in a set that has a hard, a medium, and a soft. That allows me to work up into my darkest darks. And the other key for me is that I can easily sharpen them to a point without them constantly breaking. Which brings me to our next tool, the sharpener. Now, this is a tricky one because the sharpener that I actually use came from a flea market, and it's probably about 80 years old. My Boston sharpener is my favorite because it gives me that really long point that you would get if you actually sharpened your tools with a knife. Not like the weird tiny plastic sharpeners that come in some of the drawing kits you might get. The longer point here means that I get a broadside to the pencil as well as a point, and overall I just get more drawing time between sharpening breaks. If you can't find a Boston sharpener, try to get one that just gives you the longest point possible. The next tool I want to talk about is the paper smudge stick. So while I do use these, I'm not sure that there's any brand that's better than any other, honestly. If you can roll up a piece of paper, you can probably make them yourself. But they really are an invaluable tool, not only for blending, but I often use them for drawing. So once they get a good amount of charcoal dust on them, they can make some really great marks, both fine and broad, which is great if you're doing fine detailed studies. Look for a set that has both broad and fine pointed tips and you'll be fine. So the last tool I want to talk about is the eraser, and when it comes to the erasers, I am very particular. This is probably the tool that I have the most critical standards for, and I use 2 kinds. First, a large block eraser. And my large block eraser has to be a Statler. Their white plastic eraser has never let me down. I can pick up large areas of burnished charcoal without so much as a scratch on the paper. And with small variations of pressure, I can pick up more or less. This eraser is like magic. The other eraser I use is a pencil eraser, and that's more for finer, detailed work. And the pencil eraser that I prefer to use is the Faber-Castell pink pencil eraser. So this one's not as gentle as the white plastic eraser, but when it is sharpened to a point, I can then pick out the finest details without worry that it will break or bend or just fall apart like others that I've used. So if you've ever heard an artist say it's not the marks that you put down, it's the ones you take away, It's so true, and that's why this is my most critical drawing tool. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Links to all these products are going to be below. I'd love for you to check out these tools and let me know what you think. What's your favorite tool? Drop it in the comments. And for now, I'm going to leave you with the rest of this speed drawing. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, I'll see you soon.